Good morning, beautiful people. I wanted to come to you and talk to you about something that me and my boyfriend were talking about last night. And I think it's so important for us to recognize this. And that's the fact that it's okay to be wrong. It is okay to be wrong. Do I need to say it again for those in the back? It is okay to be wrong, okay? So many times I run into people that are not willing to accept and not willing to say when they are wrong. And it's frustrating for other people, but I can imagine that it's more frustrating and internally tearing that person apart. Is so humbling when you can say that you're wrong and you can learn from the experience and you can grow from it. If you constantly think you're right and you're constantly unwilling to accept criticisms from other people or accept feedback from other people or accept other people's opinions, for one, people are going to want to stop. They're not going to want to be around you anymore because nobody likes that. Nobody likes that kind of person. You know, everybody wants to be able to express their opinions and express their feelings, especially if they feel that you're a friend and they want to help you. Okay? And if you're not willing to accept that, people are going to stop helping. And then the one day when you really need it, they're not going to be there. So if somebody tries to help you or you realize that you're wrong in a situation, just say that you're wrong. Take responsibility. It's really that simple. You know, at my day job, there are many things during the day that can go wrong. Several things. And if I screw something up, I will first and foremost take responsibility, apologize to who I need to apologize to for whatever inconvenience I caused, and I will fix the issue. And then we move on. And everyone is happier at that point. Other than me pointing the finger or, saying it's not my fault or, pushing the blame onto somebody else or making somebody else deal with my problems. That's not okay. You need to take responsibility, learn to admit when you're wrong, and just grow from it. Learn from the experience. Figure out what it is that happened, what it is that you're wrong about, and just learn from it. Okay, this goes off of yesterday's video. Embrace the growth. Okay, we're all constantly growing and learning. At least we should be. Being able to accept that is very important. Okay, so I challenge you today, if something comes up where you're wrong or you did something wrong or whatever the case may be, take responsibility for it, acknowledge your fault, which is okay. We're all faulted somehow. None of us are perfect. But admit your fault and learn from it. Okay? See if that way of thinking of the situation and that way of dealing with a situation feels better to you than ways that you might have dealt with them in the past. Okay? If you feel good inside, that's the most important part. Okay? And I can't imagine that someone who's not able to admit when they're wrong or someone who places blame on other people feels good inside about that. Because even though you might be saying the words that it's somebody else's fault, you know deep in that it's yours and that it's your responsibility. So that's going to eat away at your conscience. But being able to accept that you're wrong, say that you're wrong, it's going to humble you and you are going to learn from it. And other people are going to admire you for that because it does take a lot of courage to admit when you're wrong. It takes a ton of courage. I totally get that. But you all have it inside of you. So I challenge each of you today to try to change a situation around and think of it as a learning experience rather than a chance to point fingers or blame other people. Okay? All right, everybody. Have a great Thursday.